All right, guys. Welcome back, everyone. Man, it has been what feels like a lifetime. I haven't traded since Wednesday last week. Thursday, I took totally off because I was in a train for way too long, like 7 hours plus. Friday was, first day back in South Germany with visiting family. Right now, I'm in a family friend's house. So, change of scenery again. So today was my first day. I was able to get back into the markets, and what a day to get back, because freaking right here you can see Bitcoin futures up 19%. That's insane. So a lot of our crypto portfolio, our crypto swing trade stocks, those are all up nicely today. But what I want to talk about first is our day trading, what I did today, because it's Monday. How did I get back kind of into things, and talk about the tickers I traded. Obviously, I'm only up 494, which is a huge disappointment because I was up around $1,100, and then I gave it all back in one trade with TYME, and then I made back some of my losses on TYME. But man, like it was such a kind of making good progress, and then whack, one trade, I almost gave it all back, even though there was some good opportunity. So I think what we'll do is just start with the biggest winners, and then we'll go to the biggest loser, TYME, and then I kind of want to wrap up maybe what I'm looking for some of the swing trades, and what's going forward for this week. So let's start here. XBIO, let's not take too much time. Boom, ka-choon. Honestly, XBIO, if we come here to the watch list quickly, I wasn't really stoking about this ticker. You can see here biotech, XBIO, it was only gapping 40% pre-market. They announced a 12.5 million private placement, and they also had a bunch of warrants. So I said be careful trading. Actually, let me zoom in here a little bit. Be careful trading it as an XBIO, as it can easily dump and most likely will be overwhelmed with sellers due to warrant with exercise price at 3.3. So anyone who has warrants is going to be dumping around 3.3, and that's why this ticker felt like it had a lot of sellers just kind of hidden there. And I didn't really want to be trading this one at the market open. I did go for one pullback here, but I kind of let all this slide through my fingers, which in hindsight is a little bit unfortunate. You can see right around VWAP we had a perfect pullback, and then a freaking 13% plus move. I mean, that's really nice. I did go ahead and trade this one pre-market though. And the reason for that is if we come here to the daily, you can see 4-5 is that big resistance zone. And if we come here to the 5-minute, you can zoom in again and see that 4-5 big resistance, like I was just saying. But again, there's a little bit more resistance here at 4. So I was thinking pre-market, we probably have room to run to 4. Maybe we're going to get smashed at 4, but maybe we got totally room to run at 4.5. So that when we were making this move to the upside, I was like, I'm going to get aggressive on this one. Bought a pullback here, really edged into it, sold into the pop. I didn't trade this because, like I was saying, I felt like 4 was big resistance and 4-5. So again, I was a little bit too cautious, but that's fine. Sometimes being really cautious out of, what's it been? It's been 4 days now since I haven't traded, which probably to a non-trader sounds like nothing, but to me, it's a long time. Actually, I feel like half this month, I've taken off because travels, wedding. Not my wedding, but a friend's wedding, birthdays. It was just like, it was all over the place this month, and it's not necessarily going to slow down that much. So I'm cheesing every time I'm able to trade here a little bit. And I think that's where a little bit my mistake came in today, because XBIO, I think I did well on. I kind of managed my risk. I did leave a lot of money on the table, but that's fine. IMV, second ticker here, a ticker that I was really not stoking about. IMV, Canadian company, gapping up 50%, 110 million market cap, 62 million float, but look at this, no news. So I wasn't excited. There was a Wells Fargo $14 price target on this ticker, but I wasn't excited about price targets. You guys know I don't like trading price target news, so unless there's like a reason for the price target. Anywho, this ticker, I did, get a little bit aggressive here into the highs, did some breakout trading on this one, but that was pretty much it. I did try to, snag this double bottom here, which I ended up getting out for break even, and then I got this triple bottom here, which was a little bit better, but still, you can see here with my entry and exit, it was pretty much a shakeout. So although there was a move, somehow I wasn't able to properly trade it, so that was a little bit disappointing. Now, NAOV, this ticker, NAOV, medical device company, it was gapping up only 7%, but it was big. It was the big rally ticker, or one of the big rally tickers the week before and late Friday. So I was like, okay, well, it's probably worth talking about, even though nothing really specific today. Let's see here. There was news about it, very active trading after they had a very upbeat, very positive UTI treatment report. So let's go zoom in on this ticker, start with the daily. This ticker has many failed spikes to the upside. And this is already the second day on it, which is pretty unheard of for this ticker to have a second day from what it seems like. So I was, again, not really stoking about the catalyst. I did go in for a little bit of a trade here near the open. Boom, market open. I did a very, very quick trade here, but quickly lost money on this one. So nothing really to run home about, nothing really too excited. And I didn't really want to trade this one at the open because, like I said before, this ticker tends not to hold its high. So I wasn't very optimistic on this one near the open. In the last ticker, TYME, which, is really the ticker of the day for sure. And in the Discord, pre-market, I was saying, I'm not really sure what the ticker is of the day. Like, I don't know what the nicest ticker is to be trading. That's usually what we're looking for, right? So two things. TradeJournal.co/connect on slides and checklists, right? We're always trying to ask ourselves, what is the most obvious gapper? And today was a little bit hard, but TYME definitely came in because I would say it was in the top two because it was, making a first stare, consolidating, and had nice room to rip here in the open. That's pretty much where I was trading. Now, I made most of my money on TYME on this front side move. We had some good front side action. And actually, let me talk about the catalyst on this one. 47% gapper, 191 million market cap, which is a little bit high. 113 million float, also very, very high. I'm usually looking for floats under 50 million, ideally under 10 million. But it did have news here. U.S. patent claims covering use of this drug to treat cancer. Okay, good catalyst, I guess, but higher float and a lower price made me a little bit cautious on this one. I knew that there was big resistance on this as well. So if let's go to the 4 hour, you can see big time resistance around 1.8 and right around 2. So in this area, I pretty much stopped trading it. I knew the front side was most likely over in this area. So I walked away with like, I don't know, over $1,000 profit here on this front side move. And then I didn't trade it anymore till eventually we were looking like we might go back on a front side. I got this nice little pop here. This was a big winner for me right here. So that was a nice trade. Gave back a little bit of money here. And then into the open, I gotta say this one was a little bit depressing because at first I was a little bit cautious. I was like, okay, well, I didn't trade in the last few days. Let me be a little bit cautious here at the open because, pre-market I was actually pretty cautious as well. And I feel like I would have edged into this one. We pulled back on a, potential kind of ascending triangle move here with a potential breakout. Usually in the first 1 minute, I'm not trading, so that's why I didn't trade this one. And it kind of bothered me because boom, all of a sudden we were on a front side. This was a new all-time high here at 1.9. I was like, okay, this is the second leg. We had that first leg consolidation, second leg. Here we go, high of 2. Let's see it. Unfortunately, let's go back to my unlimited account. My day trading account. This is where I started accumulating this ticker at 184, which wasn't even that high. I thought we were going to have it rip to $2, and then it pulled back. I started buying more, and I spot even more here. I was down around like 5% at this point on my position, which, it's kind of like the point where around 5% is I'm going to cut it or I'm going to buy a little bit more. And then, if it doesn't work, I'm going to close. It popped up here again. I thought we were going to get that second rip high. Didn't. And then on the way down here, I closed out at 68. So it was kind of near the low here or, right before we broke this low. And then I tried to do a little bit of dip trade here. I don't know. It was just kind of getting messy at that point. And then I didn't really trade this one again till it looked like we were going to be breaking the 9 EMA here just because we had a false break here and instantly rebounded. So I ended up buying here on this kind of I bet you on the 10-second it would look like a bull flag here. So I bought here on this bull flag, which is kind of a high risk move because we're technically in a descending pattern. So I usually don't do bullish flag patterns if we're in a descending pattern or a descending trend. But so that was a little bit more of a high risk. So I, waited here, wanted to see a little bit more continuation. Unfortunately, I got shaken out like right here, right before the pop, that last pop. So I would have probably been up $1,000 again if I held for that last pop. But overall today, I gave it a little bit longer. I pretty much wrapped up trading around 10:30. If I saw something amazing right now, I would jump in it as well. But I think what I did right today was, pre-market I was fairly cautious. I should have probably just, traded normal, like not make any sort of artificial barrier. This move right here, if I just got aggressive on this one, went up 16%, I could have wrapped up, 3K for the day and then just walked away. Even if I traded this and started giving back 500, 1,000 off the highs, at least I would have noticed, okay, the energy is not there. But I was already being cautious, so I should have just, continued my lower size. but I think a little bit because I missed this move, I started FOMOing into TYME on this pullback a little bit. Not all trades work out, so it's fine. You gotta trade to make money. You don't make money by not trading, so you have to take the stab. So it's not like I'm really beating myself up for the fact that I lost money here on this trade or it didn't work out. It's more like the fact that because I didn't trade this one, I felt like I had FOMO because I didn't trade this one, and then I got a little bit more high risk trade just to kind of do a little bit of a revenge trading. So that's kind of my analysis on that one, and it's something I know I do for time and time again. So I've really reduced the amount I do that, but in the end I still notice it sometimes. So I would rather take a trade that's with lower size or something like that, because I know if I don't take that trade, I'm going to probably take a future higher risk trade because I have a little bit of FOMO because I didn't take that former trade. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but any trader I'm sure can relate to that, where it's just start getting FOMO because you want it to be cautious. So the best way I notice for myself is just to reduce size. If I want to be cautious, still trade it, just reduce size. So that's a good reinforcement for today. Overall, though, I mean, look, Bitcoin here up 19% on their futures. We have Mara. We had Riot today, two mining companies. So we're seeing massive moves all over the place right now. If we go to Coin, for example, Coin had a really big bounce today. Let's see if it loads here, taking a little bit longer. Wi-Fi here is not that great. I actually have a 50-meter cable going to another I don't know, apartment, I guess you can call it, to get some Wi-Fi or get some internet. It's ridiculous. I never travel without my 50-meter Ethernet cable. It's a thing now for about 2 years. Yeah, so Coin, nice little pop here. Look at this. Wow, that was like a 6% gap around. This kind of company is really big. So we're getting a lot of nice moves right now with the crypto popping back up on pretty much Amazon news that they are planning to adopt Bitcoin payments on Amazon. Now, there is one thing I actually want to bring caution to as well in this video that I already talked about in the Discord. But this week ahead, I just want to share with you guys, there's going to be a lot of earnings. We got, let me just read here. More than a third of S&P 500 companies will report their Q2 results this week, including Tesla, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, which is Google, McDonald's, Starbucks, Boeing. Q2 earnings are projected to have increased 74% annually, the biggest rise since Q4 2009. The reason I'm saying this is because when there are mid caps and large caps coming out with earnings, small caps, which is my favorite to day trade, tend to be very shaky because it's like an ocean with a lot of waves and a lot of chop. You don't really know, if you're a surfer, you don't know the clear wave to go for, right? It's not that like 30 seconds between each wave and it's like, boom, there's the perfect wave, which is usually the case when large caps aren't moving a lot. So that's why my favorite day trading conditions are kind of like today, where the SPX, NASDAQ, Dow Jones is pretty much neutral. They're up and down 0.5% or something like that. Nothing really too crazy. When there's big earnings and day traders all of a sudden start looking at Amazon and then Tesla and then small caps and then some Wall Street bet takers, that's when I notice we have the worst follow through. So just keep that in mind for going ahead this week in day trading. If there's a lot of tickers, especially on the top scanners, and there's no clear lead gapper, be a little bit more careful on that resolution. Yeah, so for me, I'll probably just be taking it, trying to be taking it a little bit easier this week. I'm happy I'm getting back into it. Wednesday afternoon, I'm going to be traveling back to Berlin for a little bit, and then from there, we got Milan ahead. Oh my God, the trip is ridiculous. We got Milan. After Milan, we're going to Spain. I don't even know if we're doing Spain. Then we're going to Nicaragua. Then we're going to South Florida. Then Utah, California. I mean, the list is endless. So it's going to be pretty hectic, but I'm always going to be making my time from 7 to around 10:30 for trading. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to around 10:30 for trading, because that is my sweet spot. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to drop a like. It's the easiest way to support the channel. If you're totally new, consider subscribing. We would love to have you in the community, especially in the Discord, where we're chatting every single morning. And like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao, guys.